The courtroom was stuffy, the air thick with the hushed murmurs of the spectators and the nervous energy of the accused. I sat there, a young face in an old suit, feeling every eye on me. Judge Thompson, a man whose reputation for sternness preceded him like a thundercloud, glared down from his bench. "So," he began, his voice dripping with thinly veiled amusement, "we have a new legal prodigy gracing our esteemed halls today, do we?" He gestured vaguely in my direction, and a few titters rippled through the gallery. My cheeks flushed, but I kept my gaze steady. I knew what they saw, a kid, barely out of his teens, attempting to argue a case that most seasoned lawyers would shy away from. "Your Honor," I began, my voice, to my own surprise, coming out firm and clear, "I am here to represent Mr. Davies." Judge Thompson leaned back, a smirk playing on his lips. "And what exactly qualifies you, young man, to represent anyone in this court? Did you just finish your online law course last week?" The laughter grew louder this time, and I felt a pang of frustration. This wasn't about my age. It was about justice. I took a deep breath. "Your Honor, I assure you I am fully qualified. I've spent countless hours preparing for this case, reviewing every detail, every precedent." He scoffed. "Countless hours? I'm sure you have. Perhaps you should stick to something more your speed, like, I don't know, a school debate team." The insult stung, but they also fueled a quiet fire within me. They didn't know. They couldn't know. My journey to this moment had been anything but ordinary. It was a path paved with sleepless nights, sacrificed weekends, and a burning desire to prove that intellect isn't confined by age. The trial began, and with each question I posed, each piece of evidence I presented, I felt the atmosphere in the courtroom shift, subtly at first. The initial snickers died down, replaced by a growing silence, then by an almost palpable sense of awe. I dissected the prosecution's arguments with precision, citing obscure legal precedents that even the prosecuting attorney seemed to struggle to recall. I cross-examined witnesses with a calm, almost unnerving intensity, uncovering inconsistencies and revealing hidden truths. I remember one particular moment. I had just finished my closing argument, laying out a meticulously constructed case for Mr. Davies' innocence. The room was utterly silent. Judge Thompson, who had been leaning forward, his eyes narrowed in a way that suggested deep thought, suddenly sat upright. His usual sneer was gone, replaced by an expression I hadn't expected to see, pure, unadulterated shock. He cleared his throat, a sound that seemed unusually loud in the stillness. Mr. Peterson," he began, his voice a little shaky, Your command of legal theory, your articulation, it's truly remarkable." I could feel the stares of the jury, the spectators, even the bailiffs. They were no longer seeing a kid in a suit. They were seeing a lawyer. Then came the verdict. "Not guilty." The words echoed through the courtroom, and a wave of relief washed over me. Mr. Davies, a good man wrongly accused, was free. He turned to me, his eyes brimming with tears, and just nodded. It was all the thanks I needed. As the courtroom emptied, Judge Thompson called me over. He looked at me, a genuine respect now shining in his eyes. "Son," he said, his voice softer than I'd ever heard it, I apologize for my earlier remarks. I judged you unfairly." He paused, then continued, "But I must ask, where did you learn all this? How are you so good?" I smiled, a real, unburdened smile. "Your Honor," I said, "I've been studying law since I was 11 years old. My father was a lawyer, and he believed that age shouldn't be a barrier to justice. He taught me everything. The look on his face was priceless. A mix of disbelief, admiration, and a touch of humility. 11, he repeated, shaking his head. 11. I've never seen anything like it. As I walked out of that courtroom, the afternoon sun warm on my face, I felt a lightness in my step. The mockery was gone, replaced by respect. I wasn't just a kid anymore. I was a lawyer. And I had just proven that sometimes the greatest wisdom can come in the most unexpected package.